Happy New Year! I know this isn't my first video up in the new year, but I did just want to get this video up pretty quickly. So today, instead of doing any makeup-y type stuff, I'm going to be talking about a couple of my New Year's resolutions for 2016. And yeah, so I just have a couple of New Year's resolutions. I was going to go back and compare and look at how I did on my last year's resolutions, but apparently I didn't do a blog post or write even anything down for myself last year, so I can't really do that. I did have a post from 2014, which I'll link down below if you're interested. It was on the second blog that I started and have since stopped using entirely. But if you're interested in looking at what goals I had 2 years ago, I will link that down below. So my first goal, I'm kind of doing okay on. I've been working on this for probably the past 6 months or so, but I want to drink water more consistently. I have been working on, like I just said, drinking 8 glasses of water as often as I possibly can. But while I do really, really well for like several weeks or even a month at a time, I'll then stop for like another month and just drink almost no pure water in that time. And I go back and forth drinking lots of water or drinking no water. And every time I go like a longer span drinking 8 glasses of water a day, it's not so much that I see like a big change in my skin. I do find that my skin gets a bit clearer and I feel a little bit better and more awake, but it's more that I see the difference when I stop drinking water for a while. And I can see my skin gets a little bit worse. I feel a bit more sluggish. It's just little changes. I don't feel as good. So I know that a lot of doctors or whatever would say that 8 glasses of water is a really high number. You don't need to have 8 glasses of water because you're getting water in your coffee, soup, food. You're getting it from like a lot of different sources. You don't need to drink 8 glasses of pure water. But I do like to make that a goal for myself. I like to get to at least 6, but 8 is what I aim for. And I don't usually count coffee or pop or anything that has a lot of calories or sugar. I don't count because I do put like milk and sugar in my coffee. But if I'm drinking like a clear tea, like just regular black, green, white, or like a fruit tea that I'm not putting milk or sugar in, I do count that towards my water. So yeah, basically I want to try and get 6 to 8 glasses of water every single day for the entire year. That's basically the goal. So my second goal is to read more. I know this is a very, very common goal, but personally for me, I have always identified myself as a reader. It's in my Twitter bio and my Instagram bio, and I do the book chat videos, and I do like book reviews on my blog sometimes. I have a Goodreads account, and I've always read a lot. Sometimes I go through dips where I don't read as much. For a long time, that was because of school actually, where I had to read a set amount of books. So because I was focusing on those books, which I didn't want to read, I would read fewer books in a year. However, over the past year, I have only read 12 books. I only read a book a month, and 2 of them were manga. So I'm pretty disappointed in myself. Usually I set my goal around 40 to 45 books for the year. This year, over 2016, I want to read 26 books. So that's 1 book every 2 weeks. So maybe that sounds like a lot to you, maybe it doesn't. That's very, very few for me, considering that I have had whole summers, or like 2-3 months between high school years or like middle school years. I would read anywhere from 30 to 50 books over summer break. Granted, I didn't have any friends, I didn't have as much to do on the internet, and my one and only friend was in Wisconsin for those couple of months, so I literally had nothing to do. Because I've gone through such short periods of time reading so many books, the fact that I only read 12 books over the past year is extremely depressing to me. So yes, I really want to make time over the next year for reading. I really, really want to get to 26 books. I think that would be a very reasonable number. Granted, a lot of the books that I want to read next are quite large, so I guess I'd be happy if I got to like 20 books. But yeah, I definitely want to read a lot more. I want to make time for it, basically. Time when I might be just randomly browsing the internet or watching YouTube videos. I want to make sure that I set some time aside every week and read. Also, I will be filming a book video today too, with some of the top books that I want to read next in 2016. So if you're interested in that, that will be coming up. My third goal is I want to post more pictures. Lots of people say that they want to take more pictures, and I take a lot of pictures, but I don't necessarily take them with posting in mind. And sometimes I'm really inconsistent on sharing on social media. And my favorite social media is Instagram. So I want to make sure that I am posting a lot of pictures. So to do that, you may have already noticed if you follow me on Instagram. If not, all of my social media links are always down in the description bar. However, if you do follow me, you might have seen that I am doing Project 365, which, as a sidebar, is technically Project 366 this year because this is a leap year. So I'll be posting 366 videos at least over the next year if I am successful. So you should go follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. My username is glitterOCD, or there's a link in the down bar. Goal number 4 for 2016 is probably going to be one of the hardest ones for me. I have never been an exceptionally positive person. For a very long time, I described myself as a pessimistic person or a pessimistic realist, and I kind of prided myself on my ability to not be too positive. And honestly, I don't think it's doing me much good. I really don't have that much in my life that isn't good, and I need to be more positive, because when I sort of like put myself down or look at the things that are happening and have a really, really negative view of it, it's sort of, I'm really good at pushing myself into a corner and just like getting completely down, and it ruins just my whole day. And maybe that sounds like melodramatic to you, but it's just how my personality works. And it makes it harder to do things that need to be done, because there are obviously sometimes that there are times that you need to do things that you don't want to do. And especially if those things are hard, I'm really, really, really skilled at getting myself in such a depressive state that I just won't do it. And then I'll distract myself so that I'll feel better, and then whatever needed to be done is just sort of left in the corner. And I need to try and not insult myself and not put down the situation so much that I just have to step away every single time. So I think I need to try and work on being more positive in general, just in everything. And I think that will be really helpful for helping me do the things I need to do. I feel like I described that really weirdly, but I had to refilm part of that section because my camera cut out. So sorry if that was a bit disjointed. However, if you have any tips on like staying positive, especially through like tough situations or sort of depressive thoughts, let me know down below, because that would be really, really helpful for me, because personally I have a natural tendency towards negativity and pessimism. So yeah, positivity tips down in the comments would be super, super helpful, and I'll be very thankful. So finally, I just have one more New Year's resolution, and that is to move more. In the past, I have said that I want to exercise more. This year, I'm changing my wording a bit because I'm trying to change how I look at it. I've always been the type who hates exercise. There's really not much in the realm of physical activity that I can appreciate. So I'm trying to work on things that I do like and little changes. Recently, I canceled my gym membership because I just wasn't using it. And while I also was not going to the gym, I wasn't replacing that activity with anything else. So I was just sitting around doing nothing. Basically because my mindset was I should be going to the gym because I'm paying for this membership. But on a day when I decided that it was too late, or whatever reason I had, that I wasn't going to go to the gym, I wouldn't replace it with something easier to do, like go for a walk around my block or something. And so I would do neither thing. So I canceled the membership so that I would be able to do those things that I would rather do. Like I would rather honestly go for a couple walks a week, couple like hour-long walks. I would rather do that than go to the gym. And I think that if I do that more frequently, then that will be a lot more beneficial than 1 or 2 gym trips a week. Also, just on top of that like new sort of exercise schedule, I want to work on just being a bit less lazy, because I'm the type of person who will very easily get into like a stream of YouTube videos or sit and read for hours and not get up even if I'm like really thirsty or I really need to go to the washroom, because it's just a lot of work. So I really want to work on breaking up my sitting. I do a lot of sitting. All of my favorite things involve sitting. But it's like in between episodes on Netflix or in between YouTube videos or chapters or whatever, I want to get up and go to the washroom or get a glass of water or go like hug my dog or something. I just need to like work on getting up and moving, being more active in little ways would be very helpful for me. I also, sort of in this same vein, want to work on my posture. I have pretty good posture when I'm standing. I stand fairly straight. I worked on that a very long time ago, and I don't know why that never really extended into sitting. But I spend a lot of time sitting sort of cross-legged and hunched over at on my bed, on my computer or whatever, reading. And my knees don't like that, first of all. So I need to try and not sit cross-legged so much, but I also need to start sitting more straight because I don't want my back to like tense up. My shoulders get very tense, and sitting with my back hyperextended like that is really, really bad for it, and it's hard to sit up straight. That hurts a whole different set of muscles in my back, as I'm sure any of you with bad posture also will know. But I really want to work on my posture, partly because it looks better. Yeah, and once you make those muscles stronger, those muscles that should already be strong enough to hold you up, once those muscles are stronger, it'll be a lot better for my back and shoulders, neck, legs, whatever. So those were all of the New Year's resolutions that I thought of for 2016. Let me know down below again, like I asked, if you have any tips for the positivity or any of the other goals that I would like to achieve. Let me know. And also share with me at least one of your 2016 New Year's resolutions if you've made any. I'd be really interested to read those down in the comments. Also, don't forget to give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe to see more videos from me. And I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!